Hi, Alan Stratton from Woodturning. I love making Christmas ornaments, and when I saw this at the club meeting the other night, I just had to make it. It's actually a very simple ornament because all that I'm making is this little tube that holds the candy cane, but it's adorable, and I just had to make some for my grandchildren. So I went to work and made several, and also a little jig to help me through the process. They're actually very quick and simple, except that this is not enough for all my grandchildren. So if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
I have my long-nosed chuck jaws mounted on the lathe. A tropical pen blank is mounted inside. The pen blank is about 6 inches long. My candy holder will be about 2 inches plus or minus. Precision is not required here. I'm drilling a center hole with a 3/8 inch Forstner bit. With that finished, I can round over the wood. I drilled a small hole in the side with a hand drill, then put some decorative grooves in before sanding through the grits, then cut it off from the rest of the blank. Now the question becomes how to finish a small tube without marring it by squeezing it in a chuck. I recently saw some neat chucks that would do great, but that would take precious time, and Christmas is coming oh so quickly. So instead, I've mounted a small block of scrap between centers. I'm rounding it over and cutting a tenon on one end. I'm using my small spindle gouge. With the wood reversed, now I only need to reduce the diameter and form a 3/8 inch tenon that will hold the tube. My sharpened end wrenches get me very close to the right size. A little sanding finishes the job in this case. With my jam chuck finished, I can return to finishing the tube. Really, only a little more sanding to do, particularly on the cut end. Then finish with shellac friction polish. For the next tube, I need to pull it further out of the chuck and drill it just like the first one. After rounding it and drilling the hole, I'm sanding it to a uniform shape. I decide to cut only 2 grooves near the ends. However, as I burn the grooves, I burn through the tube. Darn it, I'm cutting it off to the final third of the pen blank. I have to turn the final third a bit differently. I'm leaving the pen blank almost completely encased in the chuck jaws while I drill out the center. Then swap chucks to put the still square pen blank on the tenon and hold it with a cone live center. Fortunately, at high speed, it does not spin on the tenon. After sanding it, I can mark a couple of grooves and try burning again. Then I decide to burn the year onto the tube. I'm using a ball tip in my pyrography pen. Then a bit more sanding before applying brushing lacquer. Then wipe off the excess and give it a good buffing on the lathe with a paper towel. I stuck to lacquer for the rest of the tubes. The trick to tying a ribbon is to fold the ribbon in half, trim the end to a point and push it through the hole from the outside. Then use a candy cane thread helper to push the ribbon through the hole. Make sure the knot is a square knot so it will hold. Next, a new pen blank, much like the others. After a bunch of these, maybe I'm getting the process down. I made a variety of shapes with a variety of woods. Unfortunately, I do not know the species of wood. I hope my grandchildren will like them. At least, I know they will like the candy canes. A simple yet tasty ornament. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe on my website, tell your friends, and send me your comments and questions. Every week, I make a new woodturning video. Please wear your full face shield. Otherwise, Santa will put you on the naughty list. Until next week's video, this is Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns. Merry Christmas.